Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today is the 5-week anniversary of my little new start account. And so I want to give you a little heads up. What's the state of this new account? And as I said, it's just 5 weeks. I'm Ops 29, very close to Ops 30 now. And if you have a look, the Ops requires the shipyard and the ship hangar at the moment. And the shipyard is just waiting for the last 50 uncommon crystal that I need. I've got several ships out there mining crystals, so tonight when I can do the next exchange in the refinery, I can do crystal exchange and still hoping for some events bringing crystal in so that I can complete that. As you can see, almost everything else is on 29, what can be on 29 now. The whole outside with the docks, the defense platforms, everything is in place so that we can go to 30. My Saladin is tier 8. There's just one component missing for tier 9, which is the max tier. But that component requires 1700 crystal as well. So I'm planning to do that a little bit later because the Saladin is so strong already that I already did missions that are far higher than my ops level. And the only missions here that you can see, like the Kim of Infinite Promotion, the Compass, and Cat and Mouse, they are all stuck because of warp range and not because of ship power at the moment. And the Undercut as well. There's one mission where I have to beat a 5 million hostile, but as you see, I'm Ops 29, and this is a 42, 45, and a 50 mission, so that's not that bad that I'm stuck there at the moment. And I already finished, just to complete that, I'm waiting to do combat training 41, which only works after I went to Dark Space, probably. Okay, maybe with some Delta Quadrant stuff or with some Cardassians after I got the Enterprise on Ops 34. So I'm far ahead of my Ops level in with regard to missions, with ship strengths, and so on. So I can work very well with the Saladin. And today I could also build my Stella already because I could get 30 blueprints today just from the exchanges from the security codes that I'm collecting here. That's why I'm out here collecting more security codes for the next days. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. While I'm mining crystal, I'm out here collecting security codes with a Stellar. Did that in the morning with a Saladin, but with a Stellar it's obviously better. The Saladin can hunt level 35 hostiles, but my Saladin doesn't have the security code bonus or the loot bonus for Eclipse hostiles and armadas that the Stellar has. So hunting level 31 hostiles here gives me much more loot. You see I got 389 of those security codes just from one level 31 hostile. If I went with a Saladin out there to get a 35, which is brings more damage than the 31 to the Stellar, I wouldn't have that many. So I don't need as many trips with the Stellar now that I would have needed with the Saladin, and that's a really nice thing. At the same time, I'm doing quite well with the augments and my botany bay. You see, if we go down here, probably have to do some exchanges soon again. Yeah, the affection store got much bigger than I started last time. Here we can do some exchanges. I've got the security codes. I'm collecting augment credits here. I'm collecting reputation here. I can collect the uncommon plutonium every day already. There's another 10,000 reputation that I could get. I have to wait a little bit longer for the next rare plutonium because that's what I need for one of the missions. But we will see if it. I don't think it will take the 24 days or 25 days almost, because I've got 116,000 reputation to get. That's just another 12 days at max. So Won't be that bad. The only issue is that now, since I started this, these things don't disappear here, the prices. Let's see if refreshing helped. Because you click on them, you claim them, and still they show unclaimed. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, now this worked. And now we can just claim this one. I don't even know if I need common plutonium anymore. But nevertheless, but you see the button is still there. But the rest will refresh tomorrow. But it's working quite well. And thinking about that, this account is 5 weeks old. I'm Ops 29, going 30. Doing very well with the augments already. I'm out hunting with my Stellar, and I'll be working on the second Stellar soon. I almost finished the VDAR, so if we get a Mega Cube event this week, which I don't know, haven't read anything about that, but if we should, that should be the point when I complete the VDAR as well. And I also started collecting splicers for oh no, that's the Rogue. That was the augments where I want to. Splicers for the first blueprints for the Reliant. I almost got half of what I need for one exchange. Everything is going better, really good at the moment. So quite happy what happened. There's just one thing that new players shouldn't take an example of. Everything is going faster now. With the battle pass you get on Ops 10, with the extra events with Spock and everything, that's really speeding up everything. But I was a tad faster than new players will be because of one thing, and that was the mistake Scopely made with the tournament and this really huge compensation gift we got, and everybody got that compensation gift. That sped up my work a bit more. So the point where I am right now is not the point where you usually will be in the future after 5 weeks, because this compensation gift did play a big role between Ops 20 and 29, because it was really a big compensation gift for someone on my level. Hence, for example, the amount of Latinum I still have. And that made a big difference. So it will be a bit slower for someone starting the game now than it was for me. But you never know. Scopely regularly makes mistakes. They just don't always give us that good compensation gifts. But so my new account can give you a hint how much faster it works nowadays. But my account this time was a bit faster than anybody else will be in the future because of that compensation gift. So I don't want to gaslight that or something. So it was not all my doing here, just because I know what I'm doing, plus the events that you usually get when you start a new account. There was a bit of luck included here with that compensation gift. But otherwise, it's really working out fine. The compensation gift is over, so I cannot claim anymore. That's why I'm working on Crystal at the moment. And I will, of course, on this channel as well, keep you posted about my new start account here, so that you can see the progress from 30 to 39, for example. That's the journey I'm starting very soon now. As I said in earlier videos, I want to be on 30 at Arcfall. As far as I understand all the information we got, Arcfall will be next week. And so I've got another week to go to 30. And so that's all fine. We have tonight, when I'm filming this, we will get the second part of the Jubilee events. And then I'm looking forward to that. Haven't heard anything about the Mega Cube event or about Incursion and so on, which should have happened this week at some point, but I haven't heard any about this so far. If you read something I haven't read, please let me know in the comments below the video. But I'm looking forward, because that would be my very first incursion with this account, because you need to be Ops 25 to take part in the incursion. I obviously wasn't at the last incursion, and that could be fun too. Never took part in incursions as an Ops 25 or close to 25 player, so a small one. That could be quite fun. So looking forward to that to get started with incursions as well. But as I said, after 5 weeks, because of the stellar, my overall power is a bit lower. That's why I always say don't always look at these numbers. But I'm at 5.5 million in general with power. So that's a very nice thing after 5 weeks. And if we take a look at our power ranking in the Alliance, I can tell that I'm doing okay with my buildings, with my research and everything, and with the ships. So we have another 29 who's doing quite well, but I'm ahead of a 31 player, etc. I'm getting close to 33, etc. So I'm on the right path here from my point of view, and will only get better with more ships. And after I did Ops 30, I will complete the last researches I'm missing now, and with the Stellar in place now, I concentrated all credits on the Stellar. Now I can concentrate Stellar credits also on Stellar research. That will make my Stellar stronger. That will make my overall gameplay even better. And that's where I will work on. What's it in English? What I will be working on in the next weeks. Probably, yeah. There's non-native speaker stuff is sometimes quite confusing. Nevertheless, I hope you do understand what I want to tell you with that, and it's really interesting still to start over in this game and to see how different that is. I mean, last time I started, I wouldn't have dreamt of having all the ships that I have after 5 weeks, to have the ops level I have after 5 weeks, and to play what I'm playing at the moment. Especially one of my ships, not the Stellar at the moment, but the Saladin, for example, already using a forbidden tech with the transphobic torpedoes. We did some Cardassian armadas last night because I asked some people if they would assist me there. So I did some level 39 Cardassian armadas yesterday. Yeah, so warp range isn't an issue there either for me. And yeah, that's real fun to be, I always call myself a mini-me in this alliance, on an old server as well. And then to do what I'm doing here every day. This is real fun. And of course, has its advantages in some rankings because there are not so many people on my ops level that can compete with me. And so I do quite well in ALBs as well. No, not in ALBs, in SLBs. ALBs as well. We are a small alliance, but still we did quite well in a few ALBs recently. We even ranked first in one. So even the small ones can be quite tough in this game if you know what you're doing. And talking about know what you're doing, in the next days on my, or this week on my explanation channel, on my main channel in English, for example, I will give a few reminders as well, because I realized by now, being in more than one server at a time, that not everyone has really heard of all the important stuff that you need, and some crews even. And so I will give you a crew reminder at some point as well this week, and because people really need to know that. Yesterday, someone from my alliance used my crew and suddenly could go to a completely different world. And so it's important that as many people as we can get learn about certain crews. And so I will do one crew reminder so that everyone really knows that, because that crew for me was a game changer. Yesterday for an alliance mate was a game changer. And also in the next week on my main channel, I will be able to make some videos. With my main account is now Ops 69, and I can see stuff I couldn't see before, I couldn't show before. Now I can do that, and I will do this this week and before the next arc starts. And there's, from my point of view, some very interesting stuff in there, and I'm looking forward to do that too. But I hope I could give you a little glimpse on what's happening on my new start account. If there's anything you would like to see on my mini-me account, please let me know in the comments and on Discord. And please also do subscribe to this channel. And if you know some people in your alliance, on your server, that might be interested in seeing what happens when you start the game nowadays, please send them over here. And they are all very welcome. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.